wind chimes going on in the background. That's the in-game music. So
I think I could actually put on the Bloodline champion music, like just on my speakers in my room, and just fall asleep to it. That's how relaxing I feel when I play it, which is kind of
that's
weird
bad.
because it's a high energy game. So
yeah, see, and like that's not what you want. You want to like hype people up, and you can't just have this kind of like relaxing music off in the background. So unfortunately, Stelnox Studios, they are a small department, and they don't really have a sound guy. Talk to them about that. They don't really have many sound guys, so whatever kind of sound effects that they come up with, it's sort of on their own time. They don't have like a dedicated sound specialist team to go out and find sound effects and make pretty epic tracks for their music. So we'll just have to manage in the meantime. And I might actually be getting a guest commentator on. So 1 second.
Yeah, I was bugging him too. So. All right, guys, so we are going to be setting up here for the winners finals, Kill the King. This is not the grand finals because we do have a losers bracket. So winners finals going to be starting up here. Whoever wins this is going to be reserving their slot at the grand finals while we duck off to the losers bracket to follow that progression to see who is going to be taking them out. But right now, big upsets, SK Gaming making their way through the losers bracket. They could still easily come back to hit that grand finals. Not too sure they're actually going to find an opponent down there that could run them for your money. But hey, today is the day of upsets. We've seen new teams jump into here and do actually really well. We've seen some big names combine into some new awesome powerful combinations, and like right here, I have no idea, they're running for the first time in this Kill the King with a new third player, Delayed, with Peta and Pandra, and he's doing just absolutely wonderful with them because they are here in the winners. Now that's not to say that Donors by Heart, I mean, they've obviously been around a while. They do good stuff by themselves. Scriff on that Vanguard, Malachor with their healing. I mean, he does an absolute insane amount of healing if you can leave him untouched. So the key there, of course, is don't leave your enemies' healers untouched. If they're not pressured, you're going to feel really pressured because they're just going to be in such a great position. And this game, it comes down to a few different things. Aim, learning the cooldowns, learning what your enemies are doing, predicting, positioning. Like these games, I mean, it's just an arena. It's you, your cooldowns, and your mouse. In whatever hotkeys people deem viable these days. But, it's a big skill-based game. There's no items, no mana, no lanes. There's not even a banning phase, really. It's just pick your heroes and go. 3v3 has become the adopted way to go. I think it was 3v3 that was adopted for WoW Arena as well, even though they had, 2v2s, 5v5s. We have that here as well. We have anywhere from 1s to 5s. I haven't seen a 1 versus 1 tournament yet, but
ESL did it, and it wasn't very successful. But
I can't imagine it would be.
And I think we did one too way back in closed beta. We did a 1v1 tournament. It was fun to watch. We did ban Glutton and another hero because at the time they were extremely strong. That was back when there was only 16 champions. Now there are 21. So, it's been a bit of a process, and, new things are always coming out all the time in this game. And as you mentioned, this is straight up PvP. I mean, you aim everything, even your melee attacks. Like, you don't just right-click somebody and, go for, a hit. It doesn't auto-attack and doesn't follow the character as they wind themselves away through the runes, or I meant through the woods with like a haste rune or anything like that. No, it's like you got to aim everything. If they run away and dodge, it's just like, well, good luck, try and hit them again. And so every ability you use in this game, other than your spammable mouse 1 ability, which is your basic attack, has to be used with caution and with, careful consideration, because it does have a cooldown. It's not mana based. It is cooldown, so if you don't have that ability to use in your arsenal for the next, say 8 or 6 seconds, some abilities, 11-second cooldown, especially if it's a big CC like Nomad's Tornado Call. It lasts for 3.2 seconds. That's a long time in this game. 3.2 seconds to be completely out of the fight. When most abilities take 0.4 seconds, 0.2 seconds, up to like 1.5 seconds for it's 1.8 seconds for an execute, the longest cast time in the game, 1.2 for a Shadow Bolt. And you can get your Shadow or execute down to 1.3 seconds after a couple focus stacks. But regardless, abilities that hit for 52 back hit or 48 front hit, take only 1.5 to 1.8 seconds. That's huge. So if you're out of the fight for 3.2, Like, you know, you have that one ability. You got to make sure you hit that and you aim it. Like, every time we see, like, oh, that ability was missed, that's because it was important. Or, like, he hit that ability because every ability is important. A fear, if you're controlling your opponent, fearing them away from the fight, then that's going to, like, give you an advantage. And it's really hard to capture all of this action that is going on. And really, this is a game you just have to play to understand fully. Us commentators can't catch everything because, hey, they're doing abilities every, you know, 0.3 seconds or so. Impossible to catch all of it, and we're just going to try and bring you the best that we can. By the way, cast it isn't... It's Shaylo? Wait, hold on. It's Shello instead of Shaylo. It's Shay-Hulk?
Mr. Hulk? She-Hulk?
What?
From
Alright,
MCC?
PETA's trolling. Kids in these games. Look at this guy. He's trolling me so hard. Shello. Temple of Shaylo. Is it, okay, is it French? Like, Shaylo, where the X is just like a W? Or is it... It's not Shellox, because that just sounds ridiculous. And I know
Shulks.
that... Shulks? Temple of Shulks?
I don't know.
Who knows? I mean, pronunciations...
We're American and Canadian.
Yeah,
we
Americans
suck at
and
this stuff.
Canadians, yeah. Our commentary, we can't pick up on all this, you know, French accents and, you know, the Danish and Swedish pronunciations of stuff. So we just try our best and just, you know, let people correct us as we go along. Regardless, it is going to be on the Citadel of Amma. I think I can pronounce Amma correctly, and Citadel. Of is an easy word, so I think I got this one correct. And we are going to be seeing this, you know, straight and narrow map. It does have the corner outlets and some stairways, narrow stairways, where you can bottleneck people or maybe take cover from. But for the most part, most of the action happens down that straight center line. And we'll just have to see, you know, what happens between Delayed and Pandrum, who can apply heavy melee pressure, and Wisteria and Scriff, who have a little bit more control. Wisteria with the knockback and the Ice Arrow, like I was talking about. Malachor has his own knockback as well as a Chrono, which I don't think is going to be too effective, to tell you the truth. I'm going to leave game before black screen bug.
I hope you didn't leave.
I did. I got black screen. Yo, just type / invite and then KSC. There you go.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So I got a black screen, but guys, this is the winners finals. I have no idea going up against Donors by Heart. Whoever goes this, grand finals, big hype. SK Gaming could be in trouble. And I'm just waiting for Cass to get in the game and confirm.
I am in the game, and the round has already started. So you say you have a black screen, so I'll take this one away, as we are going to be seeing Wisteria try and throw out that Ice Arrow. Delayed going to go in on the fight with the spacebar at 50% HP, dodging some of those Seeker Strikes. And look at that, he's already got Malachor to 50% real HP, and it looks like Pandrum having a hard time getting in on the fight. EX Stalker Cloak makes him invisible, and he keeps on trying to get those, you know, puncturing strikes in. His M1, Pandrum throwing out the darts, and the Toxin Bomb on a Malachor gets him down to 50%. Pandrum looking maybe for a time to use his Venom Lunge. Here it can be. No, it's not going to be a double. No, is he going to use it now? Yes, double Venom Lunge right there. In the meantime, Delayed going to be just puncturing strikes in on out of the roots, and he is going to be just fine. Peta going to have to space on over, try and get the Mantra of Devotion, give him a little bit more of a healing buff, as he is going to use another EX Stalker's Cloak to just try and do a little bit more damage and sneak away from all that action, as he does have very low health. So the Cold team looking on the prowl, as they are going in quite handily and with heavy might, as Delayed and Pandrum try to get onto Malachor, but left Peta all by themselves. They tried to jump back in, try and help their, you know, Herald out, and that led to their demise. So good switch and good, you know, recognition of, hey, the healer is all on his own. You know, Malachor, do you have a space up? Yeah, I'm fine. I can deal with this pressure. They went on, got one target down, forced him to space away, while the other two tried to come back. They switched targets yet again on the Cold side to, you know, take them out. So Donors by Heart doing a good job switching targets when necessary and getting the kills, as well as, you know, splitting the DPS on the, you know, who they can actually apply pressure to.
All right, so round number 2 here, guys. We do got that, you know, early advantage here for Donors by Heart, as they did take that first round. Scriff going to be taking a little bit of harassment. Pandrum going to be jumping over here, going to be missing with that lunge of his, but now Delayed. It could be in a little bit of trouble. He's going to try his best over here to Malachor, with Mantra Devotion coming out, trying to do a little bit of control, but Wisteria also taking some damage. Peta is going to be on that Herald of Insight, so I could have sworn he was an Alchemist, so it shows how much I was seeing there, but he's also going to be trying to do his best to control Malachor, taking damage, overkill coming out, 31 damage from Delayed. We do have Peta with that ultimate, that lockdown going off. It's Scriff just going to blow up right next to both his teammates as he goes down, and that's going to be a 1-1 now. Pandrim, 443 damage, ridiculous amounts of Renid.
Yep, 443. A lot of Blade Fury, Toxin Bomb, and Venom. What he was doing, one Fire Arrow Reflect happened. Nice Chrono Flux. Wisteria actually did some damage to himself. And reflecting those kind of nuke abilities, like a Fire Arrow, a Shadow Bolt, or an Execute, Gunner Execute, very, very inefficient for you trying to actually achieve victory. Wisteria himself just going to blitz after Pandrim, trying to focus onto him, and he's actually going to be throwing out some pretty good damage, but almost initiated on. He is going to Illusion, just get on out of there. Fire Arrow onto Peta, Ice Arrow as well, and Peta is just going to have to space on through. Scriff going to try and pull, Peta back into the fight. Pandrim in the meantime, along with Delayed, are trying to support and trying to keep the other two distracted. So Malachor right here taking a significant amount of damage, has Temporal Lockdown. Will he be able to use it? Venom Lunge comes out. He could die before he uses it, and I would have liked to have seen an EX Fear come out, maybe use that energy, keep himself alive. And with a dead Herald, that is not going to allow your team to get any kind of heals and keep into the fight. So good job right there. Peta barely able to survive, along with Delayed, and a little bit of misuse by energy by Malachor. Could have used an EX Fear to keep himself alive. It's always very difficult to decide when to use your EXs sometimes, especially since the Temporal Lockdown is a humongous ultimate. It's probably one of the better ones in the game. Because it doesn't incapacitate, applies a significant amplify, and now it does 16 damage upon hit, which isn't really too shabby. So he was trying to save it, maybe use it for a grander opportunity, but EXs are there for survivability and trying to make a opportunity arise.
Yeah, the EX abilities, of course, use that energy, but you're going to be gaining that at all times, and they are definitely big game changers if used at the right moment. Pandrim throwing down his ultimate there. Didn't look like only hit about maybe Scriff, but at the same time, I think I made that up. So right now, Scriff is, and the whole Cold team, going to be off in the corner. Pandrim has to come back a little bit for the healing. Fungal Thorns go out. And right now, it's just going to be a little bit of a reset. Delayed is going to be off in the corner, healing himself. Cold team has a big health advantage right now to both Peta and Pandrim. Pandrim also going to be trying his best over here. Scriff going to come over there to Peta. I don't think Peta's really taken any kind of big damage this game yet, or big control. He does have that ultimate ready to go. We're not going to hit anything with Scriff on that pull, but he's going to come out with his roots. He has the full energy. Come on, bring out the roots, buddy. You have a good chance. Not. There we go. Right on to Pandrim, which is right, of course, on top of Peta as well. Delayed was the only one not hit by that, and he's off in the corner. Peta is just going to be finishing off Wisteria over there. Delayed has to get out of town because Scriff is going to be looking for him with that Mudwalk and going to be pulling back in Peta. Peta, it could be in a little bit of trouble, but a little bit of a Herald on Herald actions. Delayed's going to come in here as well. He's going to have to use that space to get out of that. Peta going to be trying to best his heal. Space out. Scriff going to be chasing him into that corridor. That corridor, great place for those roots. Good amount of damage there onto Peta, leaving them both in there, and Peta goes down without a space to get out of that. It was basically the opportune point for Skip to bring out those dead roots, and now it's just going to be Delayed. He is in his shadow form, and it's not going to be enough though because Malachor is going to be playing some air guitar.
Yeah, dude. I'm pretty rocking tunes over there, especially if you spam it while in game. Taunt your opponents to the max. And what happened right there is, I thought that was pretty good by the Warm team. Team Ham No Idea to allow Delay to heal. He healed up significantly. Pandrim and Peta also did a very nice job, able to actually give that kind of cover in that zoning, even though Randit is not a ranged character and Wisteria could have charged on in. Both of these teams respect each other's space and know that if they overextend just to try and maybe do a little bit of damage, that they could be punished. So you got to wait for the right opportunity to try and be sneaky. Look at this, Pandrim not just staying in on the fight. He knows that he needs to just build meter for now and wait for his allies to actually get some meter themselves and combo heavier. So it looks like Scriff now taking some back hits from Pandrim. Venom Lunge comes out onto Malachor. We got Shadow Form onto Delayed, able to do more damage with his M1 strikes. And here he is. He's just going Rampage mode, just spacing and then pressing M1. And look at that. Malachor could go down. And yes, that heavy melee pressure is going to be the triumphant victor right there, as it looks like Wisteria and Malachor are just oh so low. And man, oh man, what a turnaround right here. Wisteria and Malachor still not dead. They're actually able to get the kills. I cannot believe that. I was for sure that they died in all that chaos. And look what happened. You don't finish off an opponent. If you split your DPS, you have 2 targets that are down to about 4 or 5 HP. And then you get, you know, if they're focusing, they take out one of your members. It comes 2v3. Then that's even harder to get a kill. 3v1, impossible to get the kill at that point pretty much. And that allowed Cold Team able to take that after it was 2-2. And that is going to be 1 map for Donors by Heart, just pulling that one out of the grave, as it looked like they were about to go down very quickly. And they, you know, epic comeback. Epic comeback.
Oh, everyone kept well aware of their surroundings, of their cooldowns. I mean, even if you have 1 hit point, your damage output is going to stay the same. They made the best use of that, able to take out both Pandrum and then Delayed, leaving Peta with that 1 versus 3. So great job there by Malachor and Scriff. Scriff likely using some of those EX battle shouts to get that extra spike of hewing up there. But, or no, wow, he was Thorn. I am thinking totally of another game. So, yeah, maybe the EX mushrooms then. Either way, they stated themselves alive to a good victory for round 1. This is going to be map number 2. Winners finals here to Kill the King. Man, this stuff is all just starting to heat up, Cast.
It is. And I mean, these are the winners finals. It is going to be blood for blood right now, because they want to, you know, be able to get to the winner's seat in the grand finals, which not only do you have a set advantage, but you get to take a break, right? People still have to fight their way through the loser's bracket and to actually, you know, show up and keep on going, always having that attention span on the go, and it wears you out. But if you come from the winner's bracket, then you do have a little bit of time to rest. But speaking of the loser's bracket real quick, you know, SK Gaming taking out, you know, like I said, DEF CON was the last update, but they take out Team Fake Kiss 2-0. In7 Esports is facing Team Ites right now. Gonna have to wait for the score check on that one, as we are going to get on to this next game. So SK Gaming waiting for the winner of Team Ites and In7 Esports, as we are here in the winners finals for Kill the King round 12, as it is Donors by Heart versus the Ham No Idea teams. Donors by Heart 1 map up, and that's what the overlays in the top left and right corners do mean. So Forecourt take this one away, as it seems like the action is just about to start.
Yeah, it does look like we have the same kind of setup here. Peta is going to be that Alchemist instead of the Herald. We still got Malachor on the Herald. No change up there for the team on the gold team, so the Donors by Heart. But lots of damage going down right now. Delayed, going to be trying his best to keep Wisteria in check. Wisteria, of course, is, you know, a really great seeker, but he does throw down that ice sail just as the Mudwalk comes out from Scriff, so it does whiff. And right now we do have Peta being pulled into the dead roots. What a great pull there into those dead roots, and that's going to be a really quick death. Combo that with Wisteria. Wisteria blows up, however, between both Pandrum and Delayed. And look at that. What a turnaround. Pandrum going to get the kill there, but the fungal thorns come out. Sorry, fungal roots come out. Scriff going to be able to take that one. Not going to be able to get Pandrum. Pandrum stealth away. It's going to become a game of catch the rat. We've seen him come back from this before. He's going to whiff both of those. He's going to jump back. No, that's going to be a little bit of a fake out. Going to grab that energy rune. If he can get himself off an ultimate and keep up with these blow darts, he might be able to chip down Scriff enough. But we have the mushrooms go down. That's going to be terrible for Pandrum. He's standing still right now because of it. And right now we do have that the pull. It does get whiffed. We do have the blind go down onto Scriff. Pulls out that shield. Pandrum with the comeback. And look at that. I mean, it does not matter what your hit points are, guys. You dodge, you hit him at all. And wow, I mean, like, he brought that out of basically 5 hit points.
Yeah, no, he did. I mean, the Venom darts from Ranit do heal you, so as you kept seeing, Pandrum right there would just hit 1 dart and then run away, because he knows if he stands there and channels for too long, a pull could come out behind him. Scriff could throw out the fungal spores, could also throw out, the mushrooms, and that could have just been really bad news. But good job right there bringing it back from a 1-1 in where the health was not in his advantage, as we do see Delayed using a Stalker's Cloak right now and a Puncturing Strikes to get on out of the fight. And to reduce the damage, it looks like Wisteria triple blitz action onto Pandrum. That is going to do 30 damage along, as well as set up for some other combos. As he is standing in some goo, it looks like, oh my goodness, absolute kill right there. Peta throwing down the goo, going to be taking out Malachor. And that is actually not going to be enough, as Wisteria and Scriff do finish off the other opponents. So they got one kill onto Malachor, but traded Delayed and Pandrum in the meantime. So Seeker showing his mettle, and they've got to control him somehow. Because once he gets that triple blitz off into, Ice Arrow to Fire Arrow with that Marksman ultimate, one guy is going to go down pretty quick, as we have seen from these past rounds. So, Wisteria showing us how that Seeker is played.
Indeed. I mean, these guys are top of the ladder right now. They're all level 20 plus on the grade system. So, they obviously know what they're doing, and they know how to combo the stuff down. Panther going to go over there to Wisteria, debates out that illusion, does not pop it, however. Now he's going to get off a good amount of damage. Jumping over here to Scriff, doing a little bit of a collapse. Peta is trying to stay himself alive, but no, Dead Roots come out. Nothing is going to be in it. I mean, he does pull Peta in for the last few seconds, but Delayed is also doing himself no favors with his hit points. He is going to get some heals here from Peta, a little bit of a long range. Pandrum trying to do his best, keeps Malachor and Wisteria down. Scriff going to be trying his best here to do some body blocking, but in goes Delayed. Not the best idea. He gets out of that by the skin of his teeth. Another ultimate coming out from from Scriff, but we do have the goo go down as well. Peta using those very defensively, and Peta just going to be trying to heal himself up here. He did get Scriff asleep in front of him, but look at the hit points just all around. Warm Team is holding on by the skin of their teeth. Peta with Scriff. We do have Delayed on top of Malachor, but the overkill comes out. Malachor grabbing that. The Antrim Devotion not going to quite enough. If Pandrum had landed just a centimeter higher, Wisteria would have dropped as well, but that's going to be it for the Warm Team as they lose that one. It's going to be 2-1 now for Donors by Heart. If they can take this next round, they're going to be going on to those grand finals.
Oh man, Wisteria solo, Malachor alone again. This is looking just like, that round looked just like the one from, last map, the last round from the last map. So, good play right there by Malachor, able to stay alive. Wisteria is staying alive as well. Peta missed his instant injection, would have taken out Wisteria. They could have maybe then comboed off onto Malachor afterwards, but, great play nonetheless. We are going to be having a good sleep into stun combination, and right now the Seeker is looking like he's getting some good Ice Arrow to Fire Arrow action, as Delayed really sticking on to Malachor right here. Good job keeping the healer preoccupied. Peta going to be using the sleep. Deadly Injection comes out a little bit early though. Goo comes out, but that's not really going to hit for very long, as Peta now going to get comboed. Wisteria using his Marksman ultimate, as well as Scriff using the Thorns as at the same time. So, heavy burst, but that's going to cost him because, Malachor did go down. Delayed did have his kind of shadow form going on at the same time. And as we know, Pandrum, even in these 1v1 situations where he doesn't have the most health, can't always come back, but Delayed's there to provide some kind of a distraction. Scriff, looking to maybe try and get something off, but it's not going to happen as, Delayed right there. One thing I want to mention about Stalker's EX cloak, Stalker's cloak, is that it does make you invisible, and you can attack during it, so you don't break invisibility during that time. So it's a very nice ability to use if you're trying to survive and do a little bit of damage, and if you want to take reduced damage if you do get hit. So, still back in the fight, and just as expected of the winners finals, it is going to be 2-2, and we are not going to be seeing Ham No Idea go down without a fight. Maybe they might win this map and bring it to a third one. And we're going to be seeing a little bit more action right here as Forecourt's going to bring us the hype.
All right, the hype, guys, is 2-2. Second map. If Donors by Heart can take this, they're going to go straight to the grand finals. But if we can tie it up here from Ham No Idea, then we are going to be forced into a third game. Both teams, 2-2. They know exactly what they're doing. Scriff going to be in here. Looks actually really healthy despite all the damage going down. It was majority of that immolation arrow landing onto Peta, so Peta's going to be playing a little bit more defensive. We jump over here to Malachor, Pandrum, and Delayed, not really trying to let go. Wisteria dropping so very low, he dies in the corner, and this is not going to be looking very good right now for Donors by Heart. We do have the Dead Roots come out again, but they do kind of whiff. We did not have a throw ready for that, and we're not going to be giving up on Malachor. Out goes the goo. He just jumps right into it. Scriff and now has to go 1 versus 3. Peta, Pandrum, and Delayed doing great jobs avoiding all this damage, keeping him incapacitated, and boom, he's going to go down like the big Christmas tree that he is, and that's going to force us a number 3 game here, because it is a best of 3, best of 3. We're 1-1, and this is going to be the third map, and both these teams, they really want to go to those grand finals.
Yeah, they do. And I mean, like I said, you don't have to play as many games when you are actually in the winner's seat at the grand finals. And holy smokes, I don't know if that was a bug or what, but we had 1.5K viewers for a second. I got to give a shout out to all the viewers watching. You know, I'm starting to perk up right now, starting to get a little bit more energy as adrenaline. Yeah, as these games are just getting a little bit more hype. And we are going to be watching, you know, this third map. It's 1-1 apiece. I just updated that in the overlays, getting a little bit more energy, you know, making sure everything is right. So Pandrum, Peta, and Delayed, even though they were down 2-0, they came back. Or no, it was 1-0, then it went 1-1, 2-1, and then they came back and won it 3-2. So, all right. We're going to be seeing what's going to be changing. There might be something on the cold side. Donors by Heart, Wisteria's thinking, hey, maybe I should play Inhibitor. No, he is actually going to go onto that Seeker yet again. Delayed, going to be looking at that Stalker yet again. And Scriff, what is his pick going to be? It is going to be the Thorn, so they are staying with the same compositions. They're not going to go back to the usual Donors by Heart comp, which is Malachor on the Herald, Scriff on the Vanguard, and Wisteria on the Inhibitor. They are going to be playing Seeker and Thorn instead of Inhibitor Vanguard. So right now, worked for him on the first round. Let's see if it'll work on this first map. Let's see if it'll work on this third map, as these, you know, all these maps in general have been very close, and I'm just waiting to see who will be on top for this one. Whew. Observer bug right here. 3, 2, 1 allows me to catch my breath, and the action has now just begun. As you're going to see Wisteria try and create that zone of pressure, just throwing out the, you know, Seeker strikes, the M1s, just trying to make sure that Pandrum knows that he can't just freely walk in. And as I say that, Pandrum getting a nice double frog leap. Delayed going to be not hitting that roots, and oh, he hits it just right at the end. Pandrum looking to set up for a double Venom Lunge. Good job right there. Such huge energy gain with the Toxin Bomb and all the frog leaps he has hit, leaving Wisteria at about 20% HP. He's going to try and get onto Peta, reduce the healing that's coming out to the Warm teammates, as, Malachor looking very strong, though. This could be bad for the Warm team, as, you know, Wisteria now getting the heals he needs, getting onto Delayed. Delayed, one more hit from Death. Temporal Lockdown comes out for the Warm side. Delayed is actually going to get that kill under the Thorn before the EX Mushrooms come out for the heal. So good job right there. But in the meantime, a healer does go down. It looks like Malachor did die in the melee. And it looks like, Pandrum almost got that frog leap off onto Script. Not going to happen, though. And that was incredibly close. Ninja the rune. Wisteria probably going to... I thought he was going to get the multi-shot and the ice arrow to fire arrow, and what was that combo right there? He does take out Wisteria. Oh my gosh. I think he threw a couple darts out and then a Toxin Bomb, able to do that kind of explosive damage. Just misses the Venom, the Frog Leap, and darts to M1 combo just barely before that Thorn swing was about to hit him. Gets that one slash off and takes the victory. So 1-0 in favor of this No Idea team. Whew. God, jeez. Everybody dying left and right. It's 3v2, 2-2, 2-1, and it's just 1-1 action. Always cannot get closer than that.
As I said, I mean, Pandrum, I don't think I've ever seen a better Renid. You might say other guys, but I don't know. I'm still not convinced right now. Pandrum even took that 2 versus 1 here in the winners finals, kill the king, and I mean, that is just an accomplishment and a half he can take to the bank. He already has a good amount of damage taken already, but he did go in pretty offensive, but Delayed is behind enemy lines. He's off in that corner trying to really stay on top of Malachor. Pandrum comes over to do a little bit of assist, but we did have that fear go down on Delayed. Wisteria going to be trying to make big work on him. Delayed with his ultimate as well as Pandrum. So we do got the Shadow jumping around. Peta with the lockdown. Somebody's dying. It's going to be the cold team. Scrift not looking that great. Malachor is dead. Scrift is going to be plant food again, and Wisteria is just going to be dropping. That was just such a cluster big amount. I think that was all 3 ults at exactly the same time. Delayed using the Shadow, Ranid with the lunge, and Peta with the lockdown, and that was ridiculous damage going down.
Yeah, that's why they are called ultimates. You can get that ultimate finish off, and as we saw right there, Scriff did sort of miss his ultimate up at the top. He did get a pull in onto Peta, but Peta did have that space up. He just, went out off into the corner. Pandrum did have his Venom Lunge, so he was able to escape that mechanism as well. So I'd like to see Skriff maybe try and change things up. Maybe use EX Mushrooms a little bit more because he's just not hitting his ultimate. Pandrum going to try and get that stun combo off after the Incapacitate delayed setup with his Puncturing Strikes. Good job right there. Ice Arrow coming out. Pandrum's going to be at 50% HP. Gets the Stalker Cloak just to reduce the damage. So good team play by Delayed. Malachor going to get the fear onto Delayed. Going to bring him to half, but no pressure onto Peta yet. Here it is. Skriff trying to go on in, but look at that. Stalker coming out, getting full energy right now. Puncturing Strikes. Maybe he'll use his ultimate really soon. Temporal Lockdown. Going to hit one target. That's going to be Skriff. Delayed going to go in even with like 20% HP, and he is going to get punished. Wisteria saw that. He's like, I'm going to use my Marksman ultimate. Going to counter you, so it's going to be a 1-to-1 loss for each team as Pandrum is looking to, take this with... Oh, Peta, not going to happen. Peta absolutely gets marauded on by Skriff. Wisteria comes in as well with a nice blitz, multi-arrow, fire arrow, you name it. He does it, he shoots it, and he guns you down. So good play by the Cold team right there. Not going to lose 3 rounds in a row as, they are showing some kind of form of life. And this is the last map. If the Worm team wins, Have No Idea will be advancing to the Grand Finals. So you have to win these rounds.
It is definitely a big critical import here at this point because, if they don't, they're not going to have that privilege. So Wisteria coming out with big damage right off the bat. Those Immolation Arrows doing a good amount. The multi-arrow keeping Delayed at bay. Pandrum again going a little deep. Skriff whipping that Mudwalk. We do got Delay in here trying to do his best. We do got big damage going down. Malachor looks like he's all incapacitated. We do have the Chrono going down as well as the Immolation. Wisteria off in the corner. Peta is going to keep a fear. A jump from Pandrum is going to be the end of him as Skriff right now. He's going to be off in the corner as well. It's going to be trying to get Delayed. Throws out the shield though. Let's Delayed get away. Delayed is going to be over there with Malachor. We do have the ultimate come down. The dead roots from Skriff. We do have the spaces out to that. It didn't pull anyone in because I don't think it was up. Skriff with the maximum temporary HP. Malachor again with that HP as well. Pandrum gets feared away. Peta's going to be trying to chase him down, but Skriff says, no, I don't want you to do that at all. But we do have the ultimate coming down onto Malachor. Skriff off in the corner. They are a little split at this point. Peta is in a little bit of trouble right now, though. He jumps over here to Pandrum. That's going to leave Delayed to go 2 versus 1. Uses his Q to get out of that. He is going to get healed up as well. This is far from over, folks, because we do have Skriff going to be pulling in Peta. But right now, Peta's going to get out of that. The dead roots going down again, not really hitting anyone. Delayed with the Incapacitate combo with Pandrum is going to be taking out Malachor. That's going to be a 3 versus 1. Peta, Delayed, and Pandrum are going to take down the Victor's Mystery, and that means we have our grand finalist contestant number 1. Have No Idea is going to be moving on.
Yeah, Have No Idea. I don't know how they pulled that one out, but they did, and great job. Delayed and Pandrum just so aggressive, even with such little health. Sometimes it doesn't pay off, but right there they were able to just kite around, able to do the damage, keep them contained just enough so that they could get that temporary HP and tickle them down to death. When that lockdown came out, that was sort of game over for the Donors by Heart team, and they will be going down into the losers bracket to face SK Gaming versus Team Eitz, the winner of that. We're going to be watching SK Gaming and Eitz right up next, so I'm going to leave this match and hopefully get invited to the next one. As, here it is. Jackasm is going to give me the invite. And I'll get you on in here forecourt. Actually, you're already in, and can I invite our buddy, the Russian caster? He's going to be getting on in here, GS the King. Hopefully he'll be able to make it on in. As I'm going to need you to take this.
He'll be able to join after the load, yeah.
Join after the load. All right, he's just waiting for that. But, we actually do have a Russian commentator going at it with his own live stream, and it's always good to just see how that's going. And Bloodline Champions crashed. Okay, that's no good.
I'm still in here. We do have the observer bug going down, so you got a little bit of time.
All right, I'm logging in. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see I'm not fooling around.
What round is this cast?
This is going... I thought this is the first one for these guys. So we're going to have SK Gaming. They are on the warm side. SK...
No, which round?
Which round?
Finals, semifinals?
Oh, no, semifinals of the losers. Semifinals of the losers.
There we go. So semifinals of the losers. I'll keep you a little bit of audio commentary to keep you guys at bay. But right now we do got Jackasm and Rex going to be going, trying to jump in here, inviting cast as we speak. Taps is taking a lot of damage right now. Jackasm doing a good amount. He has to use this Fleetfoot to get back to Kippacat. Right now, Taps had to get back to Kippagat. Yeah, we got 2 Spearmasters. Oh, that's why. And right now, Rex, he's feeling a little bit of hurt right now, but Taps is not getting any kind of heals. He goes down to a combo. Big 49 damage coming out as Jackass's going to stay keeping company with Kippagat. Chip Cyan, he's looking pretty good right now, but he has a full ultimate ready to go. So does Kippagat. We're going to see both the Goos jump on top of each other. We're going to keep both of them inside, but Jackass been doing a great job body blocking Kippagat to get out of there. Diehard is going to get the sleep vial too. Basically a big convergence with the harpoon as well as the Wuju. Not the Wuju, the Woj? It's a Woj?
Yeah, it's Woj for the EX.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Whatever the normal one is.
Yeah.
Either way, right now,
Wuju,
SK
Waji, Woj, Wall Burst. I mean, there's just a bunch of W's for the inhibitor class and all of his abilities that go on. Get you tongue-tied and twisted. Great trance right there. Diehard actually going to get Rex in on the fight. That could be very deadly for this Cold team, leaving, those counterattacks do force a lot of mistakes and force that pressure back onto your team. You do trigger it, and it looks like, another Woj comes out from Rex. He is going to be trying to control the battlefield. Diehard going to be getting a fire on to Chip Cyan. Chip Cyan's feeling the heat as he is just trying to run away around the corner. Rex getting, pretty good health. Jackassm is going to be the target of choice as he is going to get blitzed. Ice Arrow, and then, blitzed again, and oh my goodness, Kippagat doing a great job right there along with Tap. Going to be comboing their ultimates, the Goo and the Whirlwind, respectively, onto Chip Cyan. They took him down, and then the rest fall toe-to-toe as we get a nice little wave to the crowd from that diehard kid playing an excellent Seeker.
I mean, if you're able to take a round off of SK Gaming, I've said this before, they start off good, they get better, but that's usually because they're already into those grand finals. They got to do that warm-up period. Right now, they've been fighting their way through all the different rounds on the losers bracket. That shuriken actually hit all 3 players right there. Jackass getting a good amount of initial damage. Going to jump onto Diehard here, using those multi-arrows to get Jackass out of his face right now, but we do have Taps over there with Chips. Rex trying to do a little bit of defense. Jack is on the offense. Kippagat looking very healthy right now. She already has that Goo ready to go. She's actually just walking right over here. Throws out the Goo onto Chip Cyan, but we don't have anything to keep her there. Taps is going to jump over as well. Gets off the incapacitate, but Jackass not looking very healthy at all either. Rex trying to do a little bit of defense, but we do have, I think that was the Seeker grabbing the kill there onto Jack. Rex is, I don't know, he just doesn't seem to be doing too much right now. He's in that ice, going to be trying to do some damage onto Kippagat. He tried to use his Runic Infusion, did not work as well as he would have hoped, but Taps is just getting chain healed as he's keeping Chip Cyan a little occupied, and that's not going to be any kind of healing going down. But whoa, what happened to the enemy Alchemist? I'm not too sure, but both of them dropping back to back. Rex now has to go 2 versus 1 against Diehard and Tap, but it looks like we're going to be splitting up right now. Tap's going to try to come in from behind with the harpoon, but that's going to be the end of Diehard. Rex might be able to bring this out with that Runic Infusion if he can get that energy glyph, but it's going to be Tap with
oh my god.
Was that Wuju? Was that the Wuju?
That was the Wuju. Okay, so what happened right there? Mind games, guys. That was epic, but mind games. So Tappa went in with the harpoon, and he figured that Wuju was going to come out by Rex. Rex threw out the Whale Burst as a shotgun just to get a bigger range. But then he's like, oh, okay, Rex isn't going to trance. And then Tap went for that M1 afterwards. He purposely feinted the first one, but that second one he hit, that Wuju came out, and that was game over. So, epic play right there. So mind games, even at such a high level, is so entertaining to see. Hard to see if you're a new player. But here we go. Tappa already down to about 25% HP. He's going to try and get on to Jackassm just a little bit. Nice Kunju right there as Tap might be winning this war. No, not going to happen. Jackassm is probably going to just finish him off with an M1 and then just whirlwind around for kicks, I guess. I don't know. He's feeling pretty confident in his gameplay. Chip Cyan and Rex doing such a great job against Kippa and Diehard at this moment that they are not too concerned. It is 2-1 in the rounds, and they are just going to finish this one up. So SK Gaming going to be taking this first map from Team Eitz here in the semifinals of the losers bracket.
To their credit, Eitz was able to take a round, if not a map, but, I mean, hey, never say never. We're still young into this matchup. Now, if SK Gaming can take this, they will move on to those losers finals, one step closer to getting to that grand final. If they get knocked out beforehand, that's going to be the end of the king, and we're going to have a new reign going down by someone else. So I know we're all voting for, these transcendent teams to get to that stage, because everyone loves to watch SK Gaming. They're like the most watched team at this point. So Jackasm, Rex, Chip, we were pretty sure we're not going to see any change-ups there. But Kitpicat, Diehard, and Taps does not look like they want to try anything new yet either. So it is going to be the same team comps on Dubaku, the Fallen Fortress, as we see game number 2 of this semifinal matchup.
Yeah, ooh. Map 2, no composition changes whatsoever. Oh, wait, hold on. I might have lied. No, I did not lie. I was reading correctly.
Well, if you lied, I lied.
No,
so.
yeah, there's no change ever. I thought like Harbinger for a second because they were all stacked up there, and I was like, wait, what? Is that a Harbinger weapon? I was like, am I seeing correctly? No, Kitpicat is just going to still be playing that Alchemist. Really, the only difference between these two teams, I mean, they both have Alchemist and Spearmaster, is an Inhibitor who has a bit more defensive control, and Diehard who has, I would say, probably a little bit more offensive control. In the sense that he has multi-arrow, it goes a little bit farther, and it's not all just like a barrier on somebody, but Tap! Oh my gosh, Tap, what is he doing? He's already taken about like 30% HP life, worth of like health loss, and what? Where's that instant injection coming out from? Diehard just gonna get his head cut off. Chip Cyan, look at this, soloing kids left and right. He's like, Spearmaster, yeah, come on, Whirlwind on top of me. I'm gonna M1 you down, I don't care. Get out of my face. So great play right there by SK Gaming. Chip Cyan getting those instant injections and deadly injections off whenever he needed to. Always getting that pressure. And Tap just going in a little bit too aggressive right there. Diehard could not get any hard CC onto any other targets. So right there, it's going to be 1-0 in favor of SK Gaming.
Just as a quick note there, Cast, you got some people saying you got a black box creeping up on the stream, so not too sure what that is. So that is my public service announcement. As we do see SK Gaming go here, round number 2. If they can go out, win 2 more, they're going to be moving on here to the finals. The Immolation Arrow not going to be hitting too many people as Rex gets out of that, but Diehard uses that illusion, grabs Rex into that Ice Arrow. We do have Kitpicat way up top, but we also have Jackasm way down bottom. So right now, SK Gaming very split up as they are very spread out. We also have the goo going down from Kitpicat, does not hit anyone, but we do got Rex with the Runic Confusion doing some good damage here onto Kitpicat. Rex also a little bit of trouble. He does have that barrier on from the Alchemist to long range heals going down, but Jackasm finishes off Kitpicat, and that's not going to be looking very good right now for this gold team, as Rex has been trying to go down for a while now, but he's just way too good at his job right now to do that. So Diehard is going to be trying to go on to Chip, as well as Chap going to be trying to fend off Rex, but no, we are going to see Diehard go down again. Rex just having enough hit points to get out of that, like a sliver of real, as well as all that temporary, but that's going to be enough because the temporary hit points, that can just get replenished again and again. So Chip with 400 heal in that round, definitely keeping his teammates alive. 2-0 now for SK Gaming.
Yeah, ooh. And a little bit of a mistake by Kippa. Yeah, when you're up against a Spearmaster, especially Jackasm, you have to fake cast all your abilities that are going to do damage, because that Kunju just finished him off up there in the top corner after he got pinned. And, Rex and Jackasm did their ultimates. So, Diehard sitting on back, nice job. He's not, getting way into the fight. It looks like Tap is going to be versus Chip. Kip going to be just healing Diehard right now, as Rex and Jackasm are going to be laying on a lot of pressure. No heals were able to come up around that corner. Tap already has his ultimate. Chip blew all of his defensive abilities. Now he has the goo. Will he use it onto Tap? And yes, there it is. The Harpoon cannot get him out. The Kunju not going to happen. And Tap going to have the deadly injection. He is going to probably burst down. No, he is going to fleet foot out of that. Still get onto Chip Cyan, and a counter goo comes out from Kippa as well. He's going to try and keep Rex out of the fight. And oh man, 1v1's all over the place. Deadly injection pops, and Chip Cyan able to win up in the top left corner. So great play right there. Good sleep to keep Diehard off the range action and almost take out Chip Cyan right there, because he was looking for a vengeance kill for his Tap teammate. And that's going to be it. 2 maps in favor of SK Gaming. They're going to be continuing on into the next round, which is going to be the finals of the losers bracket. They are looking to make their way back into the grand finals. A bit that they are not going to be in the winner's seat, though. They will have to play a little bit harder to actually get back on and keep the crown on their heads. Woohoo! Some great games right there, buddy. What did you think?
Oh, it's always a pleasure to watch SK Gaming, but it's not really super unexpected that they're able to take out ITES, who this is their first tournament as a team. We haven't seen them before. We've seen the names before, but they have combined themselves into that new team. So maybe just a little bit more practice with them. We'll see them next week, hopefully in the Kill the King. We might even see them in the DreamHack Finals. Who knows? The future is so unpredictable. But SK Gaming was kind of the whole favored team in that regard, so it's not too surprising that they are going to advance, but they're going to be fighting Donors by Heart here for the next game.
Yeah, they are, and I'm actually going to take a little bit of a quick break. Mother Nature calls, so keep them busy for a little second as we do get the game invites, and they are going to make the game for the next round.
All right, so wow, I think Cast is singing as he's off on his merry way, but we are going to be waiting here for the invites. And guys, this is the Kill the King Borderland Gaming here on Bloodline Champions. Now, somebody did ask, what is a Kill the King? And if you've ever played any kind of multiplayer games where it's like King of the Hill or Crazy King, or stay in one area, gain the most kind of points, it's the similar concept here. We're going to be playing a tournament, and if you get first, you're the king. You play next week, you get first again, you're still the king, but this time your prize goes upwards in value. So there is that incentive to play every week and keep your title. Right now, SK Gaming has held the title for 7 weeks, which is pretty ridiculous. They've been the top tournament team for 7 weeks. I think it was about week 5 they got picked up by SK Gaming. They were known as in Soviet Russia. So Rex, Jackasm, and Chip Cyan have now become a contracted team. They're the only contracted team here in Bloodline Champions, and they do enter these tournaments on a fairly consistent basis. They're also competing, I did notice as well, in the in-game tournament system that has now launched. I do believe that it launched, I think it was last week. Maybe it was the week before. Either way, it's a new tournament system, and you don't get money out of it, but you do get tournament coins. You also get blood coins. You can also win things like what else can you win in these kind of things? Character packs, icon packs, avatars, weapons, and really it's just a lot of fame. And you always get a Bloodgate shout out by the admins here of the games, because they really want to support this game. And right now it's going into big things. As I do hear Cass noisily making his way back here. Hopefully he has some milk and cookies to give up his adrenaline, because I think we all agree Cast with adrenaline is better than the Sad Panda Cast we had a little bit earlier.
Yeah, and I got to apologize for that. I don't know, I just didn't usually take my morning shower. I was partying late last night, and that was unprofessional of me earlier. But I'm feeling, I don't know what it was. It might have been just some great games over there in the winners semifinals or in the losers finals. I don't know when I started picking up my zone, my game, but right now I'm feeling pretty top performance, and I'm ready to get this one underway. It's going to be Donors by Heart versus SK Gaming, and I think we saw this a little bit earlier. No, we did not, because SK Gaming got taken out by Ham No Idea. And Ham No Idea, again, guys, if you want to check out the brackets, go to blgtv.net, scroll down a little bit below the stream, and you should see a little blue tag that says BLG Brackets. Or if you are on blgtv.net, you can just go to the Tournaments tab up at the top, and then there should be a Tournaments bracket link. So you can actually go and view that. If you are Russian and you like hearing Russian commentators, we do have a BLG TV Russian stream. If you go to blgaming.com. You can just scroll over BLG TV. That is the pretty much source for all of our streams and things that go on in terms of video media. And you can click that and hear things in Russian. So if you're a native Russian speaker, all of this will suddenly make sense to you. As I hear he's doing a pretty good job on the commentary over there. But quick update, guys. This is being recorded, and you can find it on our VOD section at blgaming.com, and it's always good that you check out those videos, because the more videos you watch, the better you get at the game, and the more supports that Bloodline Champions gets as a game in whole. We want this game to grow, and the more hits that it gets, it'll show up more on the own TV page, on the front page, and it's like, whoa, what is this Bloodline Champions game? It seems like this video's gotten like 10,000 hits. Man, it must be good. And that's how we're going to grow the game, because Funcom is now doing a little bit of spurt of advertising, so shout-outs to Funcom for that. I did talk to the guy over there, Funcom manager, and he actually let me in on the know, and this could be black screen, so get me in on the game. Press type invite cast, because whenever it goes over to that corner, it usually bugs out.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it. So, cool. We are going to get back into this game, and I apologize for that. No, do not close this program. Maybe that's what I clicked last time and when BLC crashed. But here we go. All right, back into this game. Do you got the black screen, or are you ready to take this one?
I have nothing. I got nothing.
Yeah, all right, he's got black screen, and here we go. Before any damage has been dealt, first blood goes to Rex with that runic discharge. Jackhasm gonna get on the fight, and it looks like Scriff already down to about 80% HP. Nice fear by Malachor onto Rex. Gonna keep him away from, doing any kind of major damage, getting those amplify stacks off. Scriff gonna have to use his roots or go underground. Yeah, Deadly Injection did not hit him right there, but Chip Cyan is coming out with that sleep as soon as he came out. And, missed Deadly Injection. Malachor right by Chip Cyan. It looks like healer and DPS against each other. And oh my gosh, great combo right there. Typical Goo into Whirlwind. So Alchemist and Spearmaster, the dynamic duo, always, cleaning up and finishing house. Or cleaning house and finishing up, I should say, their opponents. So you can't just go in recklessly, and that was a bit of a miss space by Malachor right there. Although he did have significant TPS, he just did not space correctly. And one mispositioning error in these high-level games, and you are toast.
All right, so I'm back in action as well. I mean, right now, not too surprising. I heard you there. I mean, SK Gaming taking the first game. Losers finals of the Kill the King tournament, guys. If SK Gaming can win this, they will go back to those grand finals, try to defend that crown of theirs. But right now, Chip Cyan, he gets pulled over here by Scriff. And right here is going to be running for his life right now between both the pressure of Scriff and Wisteria. Rex trying to come back for a little bit of defensive help, as well as Jackhasm, so they are kind of all clustered up right now. We do have an ultimate ready for Scriff. He does throw it down. Doesn't really hit too many people. Chip Cyan just sidestepping it a little bit, but he is really low. Has that runic shield on top of him. Scriff really trying to tank that ultimate there from Jackhasm, saying you cannot pass. Jackhasm does go down. Chip is in position to go down as well, but Rex is inside of that lockdown, and he is taking so much damage from that immolation arrow. And look at that, the Heavy Metal Band coming out, all three players in attendance. Big damage going down from Wisteria, 419 on that Seeker. Good stuff.
Yeah, good stuff indeed. Definitely a lot better in terms of the control and the pressure that was brought out. Right there. Wisteria, he did go in pretty deep, but he was able to, push Jackhasm back with that multi-shot arrow. That's probably one of the most important things that Jackhasm can conjure. As it looks like the Worm team, team in Soviet Russia, SK Gaming, I should say, are going to be putting on a little bit more aggression. They're not going to try and get pushed back. They're going to go in pretty deep right there with their counterattacks. But look at that. They are being, chipped down to about 50% HP, all of them. And it looks like Scriff going to try to get on Chip Cyan. And Scriff just going to tank all of that damage. So not a good target switch. Jackhasm just going to fleet foot into Whirling Blade, or I meant Whirlwind. And Scriff just going to space on out of there. Not too bad. Jackhasm going to try and conjure Scriff. Not going to be able to hit him. Not going to be able to get that last hit as Rex is trying to distract Wisteria, who is very low. Could get the kill in 1 second. Oh, Chip Cyan does go down. Scriff does take him out. And Wisteria not able to go down. Well, he gets executed right there, but Rex could not finish him off. And Jackhasm, poor lonely Jackhasm, left 1v2 against a Mega Plant and a healer who sits on a drum. So not too pretty, and we are just going to be seeing the Caramel Dance and Dance come out of this little thorn plant root thing.
We don't really know what he is. Maybe the evolved version of Bulbasaur or something. But yeah, Jackhasm had 2 hit points up against a fairly intimidating looking oak tree, and his healer on the drum, as he did say. But we did have the dead roots come out from Scriff, but he didn't actually try to pull in Jackhasm, who was right beside it. He pulled in Chip Cyan, and Chip just had nothing he could do about that, which led to their eventual defeat right there. So 2-1, Donors by Heart, giving SK Gaming a good amount of their money, because right now if they take this game, that is going to force a third. SK Gaming, they really probably don't want to be doing that as well. And right now we do got Jackhasm in between the triangle of the Cold team. Big damage going down. The health bars at the top is just really whittling down here for the Warm team. They're taking a lot of damage. Scriff does have that ultimate ready to go, just waiting for the best time to use it. It's going to be a double ultimate as Chip does throw down his goo onto Malachor, but it does whiff a good amount, so not really the biggest ultimates there, but down in the corner, Rex did die. Chip is going to be joining him, and now Jackhasm as well. It's going to be going down, and that's going to be a 3-1 there for Donors by Heart, forcing us to game number 3 here of the Losers Finals. The hype is getting ridiculously high right here, Cast.
Dude, that is so true. And whoops, Donors by Heart is on the cold team, and I had the overlay for SK Gaming as I did just jump into this match and try and get on.
I was about to mention that to you. I got people here always messaging me because you're always on that D&D.
Yeah. So ignore whispers. It's not that I'm trying to blatantly ignore you guys. It's just that
spam doesn't look the best.
Yeah, the spam whispers, especially with inappropriate content, just doesn't look professional. Doesn't show the game in the right light that it should be shown. But that's a thing of the past, whatever. It's a 1 map to 0, and we have Donors by Heart. And it's funny, too, because...
No, it's 1-1.
1-1? Wait, what?
Isn't it 1-1?
That was their first map.
Okay, never mind.
I thought. I could swear it was 1-0. Oh, we're going to have black screen. Oh, no, we're not.
Nah, we'll be fine.
Okay, all right. We're good this time. All right. It glitches out on, random maps. Yeah, it's 1-0. It's 1-0 in favor of Donors by Heart. Okay, so I was right. Ha ha.
Yeah, people ripping me apart. Don't worry.
It's okay. Whenever I'm wrong, I just have ignore whispers on, and they can't say anything. It's all right though. We try and keep it up, but these games are just so action packed. It's hard to keep a track of who is on top, and trying to do the overlay on the stream while talking about other stuff. We just try and bring the best that we can. But here we go. Enough of that nonsense about keeping the stream up. We are going to be seeing this action right now as Scriff spaces in a little too early, uses his treacherous roots, and not going to have any defensive cooldowns right now to keep the pressure off of him. He is just going to try an M1 war with Jackass-him, who's getting onto Wisteria right now. Good change-up of targets, but the mushrooms come out and immobilize him, so he's not able to get any kind of melee pressure off that he needs to. And Wisteria using the ultimate, Scriff using his temporal lockdown, comes out at the same time but misses everybody. And it looks like Scriff's still going to keep going in. He might just be in a bad spot because now he's in the goo. Clarity Potion comes out. He could almost be dying. Wisteria about to get his head chopped off, and there it goes. In the meantime, the Thorn, hey, bring the round up as we are getting rid of the weed problem, says Chip Cyan, and they are going to be taking one for the SK Gaming team.
All right, now that we're all back on track and, 1 + 1 is 2, all the simple math is now straight. Yeah, we did have that Thorn kind of really stuck in that goo. He did have his shield out for a little bit of it, but, that goo has a pretty decent duration. Jackass-him was chipping away at him as well, so double deaths going on at the same time. SK Gaming, they're up 1-0 right now. Good grab there onto Rex, throws down his runic barrier just to try to negate a little bit of damage. Uses his space to get out of that. Now Scriff, he's just going to really try to take advantage of it as well. Misses the pull, but lots of damage going down to Chip. But Wisteria is trying to take out Jackass-him at the same time. We do get that the harpoon in with the incapacitate right now. Scriff has to use that ultimate, otherwise he might die before it goes down. We do got the ice arrow going on to Rex, but we do have a very, very low Scriff. He's trying to get out of that as well. Jackass-him trying to do the chase a little bit, but Malachor going to be tanking that for him. We do have the lockdown ready to go. We're going to have to see if that is going to come into effect. Wisteria and Scriff just healing up. Scriff in the corner, but we do have Rex. Oh, he tried to use the double to get over to Scriff, but he hit the sandbags, and now Wisteria way off there, way out of position, and no way to get out of that. Jackass-him and Chip Cyan just tearing him a new one. We still have full energy here on Malachor. He just used an EX right there. Scriff might be able to get up those thorns, but Malachor in the goo. Rex trying to make sure he stays in it with Jackass-him chasing him down a little bit. Ninjas that. Rune is not going to go to Malachor at all. Malachor has nothing except this Corona to go, and Scriff going to be coming back here for a little bit of defense. We are basically full temporary hit points. Malachor looking not so good, and indeed he does go down. Jackass-him laughing a little. Sorry, Rex laughing a little. Well, Jackass-him laughing a little too, but that's going to be 2-0 now for this Swarm team.
Yeah, most unvaluable play of the game. Wisteria, he was doing great before, and don't get me wrong, it's not calling a maneuver or anything, but when you trance as or I should say use your counterattack, or in this case for Seeker it's illusion, you go to wherever your cursor is, and most of the time it's where you're trying to aim to get your Seeker strikes, but right there he just went in a little bit too much, and he didn't turn his cursor back into defensive position, and that's what allowed him to get comboed on, because he was way out of the fight, way away from Malachor, and getting capitalized and jumped on by many opponents. So Malachor going to have to space out in the meantime. 50% HP. Scriff completely whiffing his ultimate. Not going to be getting anything there. Jackass-him sort of walked into it as like a pity party. And we are going to be seeing Seeker use all of his abilities right now. His Marksman ultimate, but he's getting control, not really able to do anything. And Conjured Fire Arrow, so absolutely no damage, no use of that ultimate whatsoever. And it looks like Wisteria is going to be going down without really doing a whole lot this round. So good Kunjus, good counter pressure up by Jackasm as well as the rest of the Motley SK Gaming crew. And they're going to be taking this map 3-0 even though they lost 3-1 the last time. So, you know, SK Gaming just, I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's intentional or whether they just download strategies that quickly. And I mean, they are the only team to really show that kind of capability so far, where they just, you know, might lose a round or a map at first, but then absolutely come back with amazing performances and just, you know, train on through their opponents. Just absolutely no stopping them once they get rolling.
3,400 healing coming out for Chip and 3,400 damage coming out for Jackasm. Definitely laying down the hurt, but now I can definitely say with a lot of confidence that this is 1-1 here in the map series of the losers brackets. SK Gaming fighting to get to that grand finals and defend their throne and